In this video lecture, we are going to create a simple project that will help us to calculate the average of different numbers. Alright, so we've learned about arrays and we're still into arrays. Let's go ahead and create a simple project that will help us to calculate the average of different numbers. So we are going to start this by creating a simple function up here and let our function be double. And let's call it double my av. So double my av, and it's going to take integer variables of nums for the arrays, and we're going to check the length of the arrays by using integer of len, and then we'll go ahead and initialize some variables of x and some variables double for. You can use floats or any one. Let's go ahead and use double average. Double average and total. So put a semicolon at the end, and we're going to use a for loop to do this simple calculation of finding the average. So there's a function that will help us to calculate the average. So we're going to use a for loop, and this for loop goes ahead to say x equals to 0 for a semicolon, and x is going to be less than the length of the arrays for a semicolon, and increment x. So this is plus x and not x plus plus as usual. And then we'll go ahead and pass in total inside here. So total is going to be equal to this sum equal to, it's going to add the arrays. Okay, it's going to add the arrays. I just want to write arrays here, so it's going to add nums with the values of x right in there. So pass in the value of x right inside the nums, that is the arrays, and put a semicolon at the end. And then you go ahead and give the average to be equal to the total. Now divide that by the length. So total divide by length and put a semicolon at the end. Now let's go ahead and explain what we've just done. So this entirely is a function that will help us to calculate the average of the arrays. So anytime we want to calculate the average, we go ahead and call the function myav. And myav has integer variables of nums, that is the arrays that will be calculated, and then the length of the arrays, and they are integer variables. And we go ahead and initialize our declare variables here, and using a for loop, we have to check the length of the array starting from 0, and increment that to the end of the array is going to be less than the length of the array. So total is going to add up the whole numbers that we have inside the array. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it should be added up here. And then whatever we add up here, now we divide it by the number. That is the length of the array. That is what we have. Total is equal to all the numbers inside the arrays. And then average is equal to total divided by the length of the array. So if we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there are 4 numbers, it should be divided by 4. Let's go ahead and write the code inside the main function, and then we go ahead and call in the function we created myav to come back and calculate that. So let's go ahead and start immediately by initializing some variables of, let's say, int numbers. And these numbers, let's say we have just 6 numbers right inside there. And these arrays. And let's go down 45, 67, 12, 8, 9, and 3. I hope that is okay. It's 6 right now. And go ahead and put a semicolon at the end. And can see create another variable of let's call that to be F, double F. So I have my F already and I have average here. Let's call this to be my F. Alright, so I have double F created now. So we're going to use these to point to the arrays as an argument. So it's going to be all, I think, but that's still, that should be results. Okay, so that you can be able to understand what you're doing. Alright, so results is equal to, now you go ahead and copy this function you created right here. So copy that and press that right here. So result equals to my F, and this holds numbers, and the numbers is 6, and that total is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this function, we have also add all the numbers inside that array, and then divide that by the number we have, the total number of 6, and we'll go ahead and print out the results. So I'm going to say print F, and this is the average, of the array is, so the average of the array is, we're going to put this to be percentage point to F. So let that be in float. The reason why you put that in float is because whenever you divide that, there might be a decimal point, and then we have to use float. With 2 decimal places, it came 2 precisions to be able to get that per comma, and that your results right inside here. And go ahead and put a semicolon at the end. I believe everything being equal, we've created a function right here, and we went ahead and calling the function here, and the function is going to carry out the operation. We pass in the array and the number of the array right inside here. And now let's go ahead and run the code and check that out. Okay, say print F, and I need to put a semicolon at the end of the result equal to my F and numbers. And you can see that we have this red dot right here. Go ahead and run this code and check that out again. And oh wow, that says the average of the array is 1 point. Wow, let's check that out. So what could the problem be? First of all, let this move to the next line. So let this move to the next line, and the result double. So let's check out what could be the problem. Let's run the code again and check that out. So the average array is 1 point. The character there is really misleading. So let's know what the problem is. So first of all, we didn't return this average right here. So we need to return this average. So let's go ahead and come right inside here because this is not a void function. So let's go ahead and say return average and press semicolon, so that it can be able to return around the score again. And let's make sure. Okay, so you can see that the average of the array is 24.00. So you can use your calculator to check and know if that is correct. Let's go ahead and twist that by changing this value to be like a 450 and run the score again. Let's make sure we have something different. Okay, so that is coming, and that is 91.50 is the average of the whole numbers right there. So go ahead and close that. The code is just variable for us, and they consider. And if you have any question on this video lecture, please use the question and the answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.